Hey everyone, Homestead off Kilter. Went to the hardware store today, found some really cheap steel, comparatively. And so we now have the materials to finish our guillotine dog door and make one that hopefully Bella will not be able to just rip off the house like she did with the temporary wood one I did. I've already figured out this is gonna be way too heavy for the door. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to take some weight out. I may grind a little bit and just thin this door part out a little bit. Not too thin because she rams things like a goat does. So I don't want her to be able to bend this and still be able to get in the house if we have to lock her out for any reason. So let's get started. Hey everyone, it's Haas from Off Kilter again. Much later from the first clip you saw at the beginning of this video where kind of start to set up the dog door. It takes me quite a while to get some projects done, and that's why I didn't film the project being completed. I want to show you how it's installed, how it works. I continue to learn a few things, which I'll explain to you as I'm going through the dog door. Kind of get you caught up on some things going on around here. A lot's gonna happen in a very short amount of time here soon. I'm pretty excited about that. Also, some revelations that I've gotten I want to let you know about. So let's go ahead and go take a look at this dog door. It is definitely off kilter quality. It's solid, it's functional. My planning did not pan out the way I had planned. I had learned a couple things. So it's askew. There's some issues. The welds aren't pretty, but they're solid. And so let's go take a look at it. All right, so here it is. You can already see that Bella has tried her best to scratch through it. I do not think that she's gonna be able to rip this off the wall. If she rips this off the wall, I'm selling her to a lab somewhere and they can come up with a new steroid and I will become rich, because this thing is lagged into the frame of the house. It is so solid. This door, I mentioned in the beginning, I was gonna take some layers off. I tried that only to find that the amount of grinding I was doing on this door was making it warp. So that was fun, getting it straightened back out. A lot of this was relearning some stuff that I had already learned previously. By the end of the project, I was wearing shoes. By the end of the project, I had to remember you need to start in one section, tack it in, then go to the other end, tack it in, and then weld in sections as opposed to one straight solid line. So it was a relearning process, but it worked out very well. This is going to suit our needs perfectly. Again, it took me a long time. For our next projects, no matter how long it takes me, I'm going to film the project itself and put it all together. So anyway, I'm going to run inside. I'm going to let you see it drop. I'm still very paranoid. This dog is so frustrating because when we want her to stay inside, she refuses to come in. So maybe she got in the trash can and she knows she's in trouble. And we try to get her to go in her pen. You know, she's in trouble. She needs to go in her pen or crate, whatever you want to call it. She runs outside and she will not come in. Now, because I'm paranoid about the door, because it is heavy, and when you see it drop, you're going to see the why I'm paranoid. And so we are going to be very, very, very careful over this or with this door whenever we drop it. She will turn around and put her head right in here, not pushing the flap on the inside. She'll put her nose right up to it and refuse to move. So I want her out here. I want her down at the other end of this dog run. And instead she puts her head right where I can't drop this stupid thing. So I have her up in her pen right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this willy-nilly, and then I'll break down my locking system and all that jazz. And then we'll get on talking about other goings-ons we have here. So you can see why that would make me a little nervous. It is very heavy door. It hits with a lot of force. I know it could probably, I mean, it would definitely hurt her if her head was in, but I know if her tail got caught in, it would definitely cause a lot of damage. And I don't want to hurt her. You know, we love Bella. So when we drop it, we make sure she's at the far end of the dog run, and it's a pretty decent sized dog run. I know I haven't really shown that before, but she has a lot of room back here. Not as much as she needs, which is why we're looking for solutions for our fence, but she has enough. She doesn't, between this dog run and having a 4-year-old little boy running around, she definitely gets a workout. So I want to show you the lock system that I have on this door and tell you some of the things I have learned. Maybe you wouldn't think about, you're like me in the planning stages, you wouldn't think about, or even more some of the philosophical lessons I've learned. So let's take a look and we'll be right back. So with this door, I have added some D-rings to make it easy to pick up, and both on the inside and outside, so we can open it from the inside. The only issue we have with these D-rings is on the inside, I put it just a fraction of an inch too low, and I welded it on. So yeah, I could undo it and re-weld it. I'm not going to do that. We actually have to start picking the door up from the inside with a screwdriver, because, and you'll see here in a second, well, let me show you. It hits this right here, the ledge. So the door extends below for the lock. I have one of those gate latches that look kind of like an ohm symbol, and I use that. It comes all the way through, so I know for some freak accident this steel is not going to warp, the door won't fall through, because this is on the inside and just butting up to the outer angle iron here. Comes all the way through. I could hang on this thing, it's not going to break. So I know this is safe, I don't have to worry about it. We do still put a stop to where it cannot, the U part, for lack of a better term, cannot come out and this get shut the door on accident. If I had to redo this, some things I would change. I would put this handle, the inside D-ring, a little bit higher. And when I measured this, I knew that I had 10 inches here. So I said, oh, I need a 10-inch door. So I got a 10-inch door. I needed to get a 12-inch door, because now it's 10 inches from inside, not 10 inches for the whole door. So luckily Bella is a scrawny dog. She can still get out here without issue. She doesn't even touch the side. If she does, she doesn't let us know about it. The door is now smaller. I made it a little lower so we can clean out the sand fairly easy, as well as higher than the door, so this has something to kind of rest on. That way it's not dealing with having to make a strap up here. So this is our door. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm able to lock it from the inside, so when we go away for the day, or if we go away for the weekend, I can lock it. We no longer have a dog door that is insecure. Our house can be totally secure with the alarm and, you know, all of our normal windows and door lockings. We now have a dog door that is secure as well, and it's lagged into the frame, so I don't have to worry about somebody coming in here and ripping this out that way. If they do, they can have whatever they want, because I wouldn't want to mess with them. That is the door. Now let's get on to some of the other stuff that we were talking about. So our next project around here, and as you can see, it looks kind of like a mess. We're going to be cleaning this up very quickly. I went and I helped a friend move, and she was moving to a much smaller house. So thank you, Sheila. Glad I could help. You're a cool family, and I enjoyed helping. I asked her, I said, what are you going to do with that chicken setup you had? Was that already there, or did you tear it down or set it up yourself? And she goes, we put it up. Why, do you want it? And I go, yeah. So I went the other day, I got it. I don't think it's gonna do our entire section, but it's a whole lot less that we have to buy, which is good. So from here, we're going to take up all of the raised garden beds. We're going to set those off to the side for now, and this will become the chicken area. We're hoping that they get the stinkhorn mushrooms out, they fertilize the garden area, then we'll put the raised garden beds back in. We'll reseed any grass that they take up, and turn this into a really nice raised bed garden area. I will, when I start working on the chicken tractor, instead of waiting to the end like I did with the dog door, I will film the entire process, even if it takes me, over multiple weeks, work a little bit on it here or there when I have time. So those are what we're gonna do with this immediate area. The garden part will come together very fast. Then we'll be able to put the chicken tractor in, and then we can start working on getting chickens. So I'm pretty excited for that. I know Hannah's excited for it. So what are we gonna do with the garden in the meantime? Well, one of my favorite homesteading YouTube people put out a video not too long ago. So I started looking, and I found somebody that was had molasses tubs. They were giving them away. So thank you so much for that. We're gonna turn this into a self-wicking garden tub. So we will be able to pour water in the bottom. We're not gonna have to get out here as often. We can do it in a smaller area for now, and be able to shade it well. I'm really excited for what we're gonna do with this. Keep a lookout for that video. It's gonna be the exact same thing as Arms Family Homestead. So go ahead, I'll put a link in the description to their channel. I wanna give them credit, but I'm gonna make a video for me as well. I'm really excited for this. I'll probably end up getting some more. We'll see what we're gonna be growing. So what are some lessons I've learned? Well, I have talked about being self-sufficient, and that's what I wanna strive for. And that's still true. With this door, I have learned by the amount that I have put in for materials, by the amount of time I have put in, I way overspent on this project. What I should have done in hindsight is just buy the guillotine door. It would have looked a whole lot nicer, probably would have went in a whole lot easier. Whenever we move, I'm gonna take that door and I'll build a trap. So if we get coyotes or something like that with those type of issues, I'll have a trap door ready for them, and then all I have to do is build a trap around it. Whenever we move to the new house, I'm gonna buy the proper guillotine dog door and set it up properly. I couldn't drill through the wall in this house, which is what the commercial version uses. So I'm gonna buy it next time. I learned that self-sufficiency always isn't doing everything by yourself. Sometimes, in order to do other things and be self-sufficient in other areas, let somebody else do the work. So when I say self-sufficient, I mean I don't want to have to rely on somebody else to survive, but there are people that do better work. So I'm gonna balance that. It was cool, it was fun, I enjoyed making it, and that was enough. And I'll have other projects where, yeah, I could pay somebody to come in and do this, or I could buy this product. I just want to do it myself. I want to have fun as I make this. So self-sufficiency doesn't have to be total self-alienation from others. Self-sufficiency is you rely on yourself and you do what you can by yourself, but it's okay to go and get help or have somebody else done. The other thing, and then I'll let you guys go. I know this is dragging on a little bit. A very smart lady, my mom, kept asking me, when are you putting out another video? When are you putting out another video? I'm like, Mom, I will. I'm just not done with this. It's taken me a really long time to get this project done. Once I get the project done, I'll post a video. And she goes, it's not about projects. She goes, you can make a project video, and people who want to learn how to do that project or learn along with you to do that project, they'll find that video. She said, your core subscribers, the people that are subscribing and watching every video, they just want to know what's going on your homestead. It's a peek into your life. So that's what we're going to try to take this channel into. We'll have more content, we'll have more videos pop up, And it's going to be more of a, as we're learning to do this, you're going to see the mistakes we make so you don't see those mistakes. Best as we have, and you can, you know, rejoice with us in those successes. So you're going to see a lot more videos pop up, maybe shorter videos, longer videos for project videos. You're just going to kind of get to see a little bit more of our lives, and as we grow as a homestead, as we grow in knowledge, you're going to come along with the journey. So if you like us, like what we're doing, subscribe, share us, and we look forward to the journey. Also, April 22nd, which is next Monday from the filming of this video, I'm taking my certification test for a teacher. I have a job next year, even if I don't pass. However, it's not going to be as financially beneficial as what I have now. So please pray as I take this test. I still have some time that if I have to do a retake, I can, but it is a tough test. 40% pass rating. The math portion is so hard. There's been rocket scientists fail the math portion. It's ridiculous. That's a rant for another time. I just think if I already have a college degree that shows that I was proficient enough to pass college courses, I shouldn't have to take this test. But it is what it is, or I have to follow the rules if I want to play the game, and I want to play the game. Teaching is where I was created to be. If you're a praying person, please pray for that. If you're not a praying person, that's okay. Just send me your vibes, whatever you want to call it. It's all appreciated. So remember to be self-sufficient, help everyone you can, and inconvenience no one. And y'all have a good day. Thanks. Bye.